Hello, my name's Julie from So Unique, and I will pop all the links down below where you can find me on social media. Well, welcome to episode 159, I think we're on. I know I'm late in posting this week, and I apologise for that, but it's just been one of those weeks where we've had lots of visitors over the week. It was Kevin's birthday on Thursday, so I sort of did some sewing before he came in. He was late coming in from work, so then I sort of packed in and spent the rest of the evening with him because we had a nice birthday meal, things that he really likes. We had, to start with, it was like sun-dried tomatoes and bits of, I think it was mozzarella cheese and little tiny crackers. It's like one of those like little appetizer boxes you can get from the supermarket, with the olives in, so he likes that. So we had that, and then he likes prawn dishes, so we had king prawn linguine, and then for pudding we'd got chocolate mousse and strawberries, which was really nice, and we had a glass of cider. So that was really nice. We didn't go out anywhere because, like I say, he was back in from work late-ish, so we couldn't have gone out. So we keep going out for birthdays at a weekend, which makes life a bit easier. So yeah. So like I said, we had lots of visitors over the week. I had planned on filming yesterday, Saturday afternoon, when I got back in from work, but I didn't have lunch while I was at work, so I had that when I got home. And then I get the message, oh, can we visit? So I said, yeah, it's fine. And my grandson came as well, and he brought the 3D printer that he's got. So he wanted to show me how it all works and that, because I'm just fascinated by how it 3D prints. I mean, it's amazing, really. So yeah, he was messing around with that, and he printed off a few bits and bobs, and yeah, I'm going to set him on with doing me a few things, because it's sort of for Adele as well. Well, to be honest, Adele bought him the 3D printer because he wanted to get into it, and Adele wanted some bits, so she bought the 3D printer for him and some filament, and I've bought 3 filaments, so he's using them, and obviously he's making stuff for Adele and myself. Probably more for Adele and me, because there's only sort of a few things that I am going to want, but it's probably a few things that I can bring to the shop, so that's exciting. So I'm looking forward to that, and he loves it, and I must admit, I love it. I love watching it. It's fascinating to watch. So he did me a few things, but they're not sort of in, well, only one of them's in one of my colours, but I'm going to save that for next time, for when he's done me a few other bits, and then I can share with you what little bits and bobs he's been doing for me. But yeah, so that's what we've been doing, and it is Sunday now, so I'm going out in a little bit, so I've got a little bit of time. I thought, right, I'm going to get out here and film. Otherwise we'll be on to Monday, but then I'm going out on Monday as well, so it's a bit of a mad time at the minute. Anyhow, I think what I'm going to start off with is what I bought this week. Now, I haven't bought a great deal this week. I've been really good and not bought much. So the first thing I've got is 3 balls of Jelly Baby chenille yarn. Now on camera you can definitely see that the yellowy orangey ones are different, but in real life I can see the difference, but they are pretty close together, because we've got a clementine and a butterscotch. So this is that, oh no, it's not, my mistake, Satsuma, that's it, that's Satsuma, that one. I was nearly right, that's butterscotch. So there is a difference. And the brown one is mousse. So I thought these would look really good for the sunflower crochet pattern that I want to do. So I'm hoping to make a start on that soon. I say soon. You'll understand why in a minute. But this Jelly Baby yarn, it's really nice, it's really soft. I've never heard of Jelly Baby yarn before, but I wanted to try it, see what it was like, see if I liked it, because it might be something I'll be stocking in the shop. So as I say, I wanted to try it first before I buy for the shop. I like to do that. But yeah, and they've got some lovely colours, and that's perfect for obviously baby stuff and amigurumi, which I like that. So that's one thing. Now, as you know, I wanted to make flowers. Well, I searched online. Well, I searched on Amazon, if I'm honest. I wanted some wire for the flowers, and I've seen some of the American ladies on YouTube, and they have quite thick stems that they use, and they can bend it with pliers, which I thought, oh yes, do we have that in this country? So I did a bit of a search, and it was Amazon. So I sent some from Amazon. I got this, which is not what I want at all, but that's how thick it is. So that's not going to hold a flower head, but it is perfect for when you do the leaves on some of these flowers, that you can, obviously it's quite flexible, and you can crochet around the wire to make your leaf, oops, put your leaf at an angle. So this is why I've kept it, otherwise I would have just sent it back. But yeah, but as I'm going out tomorrow, I'm off to Sheffield to the teaching hospital tomorrow. I'm having a tooth out, so I'm hoping after I've had my tooth out that I don't feel too bad, excuse the rustle, and I might get a chance to pop into Hobbycraft, because I know they have like what is it, a floristry section where they sell all things like that. So I'm hoping that they might have some wire stems that are thicker. If not, I might just get some green wooden sticks. Now I have been using, this is another thing that I bought this week, some bamboo skewers. So they're the right length for what I want. So that's one thing I've got this week. And the other thing I bought this week, now I don't have a picture for this at all, but I'm going to pick this up, sorry for the rustling, but basically it's a felt kit for flowers. Now I did get it off Amazon because I couldn't really find anything that I wanted. I didn't want to have to cut out the petal shapes of the flowers or anything like that, because I just didn't want it. I wanted them already done. So I'll show you what's in the kit. You get 2 sheets of these. So that's the bit that goes at the base of the flower, and then you've got like little petals there. And there's no instructions in the kit, but you get a QR code so you can go to the video tutorial. And we've got these. So what these are what they're calling the carnations. So what you have to do with these, I'll just take one strip apart. So that's what you've got, all the little slits in. Then what you do is fold it over like that, and then you will hot glue the 2 halves together, and then you get your kebab stick. I mean, the sticks that come in with the kit are only about that, they're only about 8 inches long, so they're not very big. And then what you're meant to do is to stick them in this foam base and put this together as a basket, which that's not what I want. I want them to go in a vase. So yeah, so you stick all them together, and then you will stick your kebab stick in, and you basically just roll it round and glue as you go along to make a flower, which you'll see one complete in a minute. So I've been having a little play. I've only done a couple of them, and then you get these are your roses. So this is your spiral rose. So we need to get the scissors in there and snip those little bits there, the attachment bits. So so that's how it'll look. And then you according to the video, you have to snip these little pointy pieces off, and then it's hot glue and just roll it round a kebab stick or whatever you're using and glue it as you go along. It's very easy to do. I wish I'd have got the purple ones, but the purple ones were just roses and there was nothing else in there, whereas the pink one, even though I'm not so keen on this shade of pink, but it'll work, you get sort of more in your kit. So I'll show you what I've done. So that is what they're calling a carnation, which I think looks very pretty, and that's your green bit on. And what I've done is I've covered the sticks, the stems, in yarn, because that's what they do with the crochet ones. I thought, well, I might as well make them all the same. So then I've got room enough to put some petals on if I want to, which I don't think they're all going to get petals because there's going to be like a nice big bunch of flowers. So I might do, I don't know, something separate, some greenery separate, we'll see. But you also get in the kit some little bits of greenery like this. So I've just stuck these on. So I think what I'll do is wait until I've got plenty of flowers so I can test it in my vase. Just stick these in to see how they look, because on the picture of the kit they look quite nice, and then if they work I will just wrap the stems in green wool and we'll take it from there. But I quite fancy doing some eucalyptus leaves, but that'll take a while, so I might get a kit for that. I'll see what I can find online, but I think they look quite nice. So I think I'm going to end up with like maybe 2 vases out of this if I do a mixture of different kinds of flowers. So I mean, they're pretty. I mean, the felt is, oh, what can I say, it's quite firm, the felt. It's not like having a nice 100% wool felt or anything like that. It is quite firm. What I would say is probably like some of the cheaper felt kits you can buy from some of the shops where it's quite rough and firm. It's like that, but the effect that it gives, I think it's fine, and I think you probably need the stiffer felt for the flowers to stand out a bit better. I don't know, I've never tried it with sort of proper 100% felt, but if anybody's tried any flowers with nice quality felt, you'll have to let me know if it works. See, both of my centres are slightly different. 2 different ones. I can't remember which one I did first. Oh, excuse me. That was the first one, so it's not as good as this one. So, but yeah, so they've all got the green ones. So I really enjoyed doing that. So I'm looking forward to doing more of these and see how many we get. Oh, I needed that. So the only crochet flower I've done is a tulip, which is really nice, but it was a bit frustrating when, of course, my wire wasn't strong enough when I got it. But like I say, I'm hoping tomorrow, after I've had my tooth out, I feel okay and I can pop into Hobbycraft to see what they've got. I need to pick up a couple of picture frames as well, and one of the picture frames is for the advent calendar. So yeah, yeah, so I'm going to be doing some more crochet flowers over the next week or so, I think. I need to get my vase filled up. Right, and the other bit of crochet that I did, remember I showed you this, the marshmallow. And this pattern is by Yarn Pals by NR, Nina Radinskly. Oh, I'm not pronouncing that probably right, but so that's off Etsy. Really nice, really sweet pattern, very easy to do. And here's my big marshmallow man. Or my big marshmallow. So I think that's really nice, and I put some sparkly eyes on him. I don't know if it's picking up yet. I haven't done any cheeks on him yet. I need to find a bit of, probably maybe some embroidery floss. It was a lovely pattern to do, very easy. The, the only thing I've done is I did this leg during the week and this leg yesterday. This leg is smaller than this leg. My tension has tightened up a little bit, so if you look at it like that, you can see he's got two odd legs. Well, he's got odd legs, but never mind. I might, when I've got time, I might do another leg and see which it matches up with, and then just change his leg. But it's really nice. He's got some cardboard in the bottom, so he's got a nice flat bum, which is good, and then he's got just a slight dome at the top. So I'll have to find somewhere for him to sit away from the cats now, but I thoroughly enjoyed making that. And that is all the crochet that I've been doing this week. I have done some pouches this week. I've done 4 pouches. Now I feel like they've taken me forever this week, because I don't sit down and do it all in one go. I sort of just break it up a bit. Like the first evening I might just cut out, then the second evening I might put all the interfacings on and trim, and then the third evening I'll start putting them together, like doing the channels, doing the top stitching on the pockets and doing the pleats here and stitching and making this part, and then I finish off the stitching together on the last night. And they do take a while to make, so I've got 2 of the same here. So I'll put that on one side. So we have got this pretty mushroom collection fabric, but I have used some of the Peter Rabbit fabric there on the back. We've got the spotty on the back of the pocket, the channel for crocheting hooks and DPNs. I can't get in there. But it's Peter Rabbit with the lettuce. I'm not sure if you can see it. And on the back of the pocket it's Peter Rabbit with the lettuce. So that's that one. And it's got a little bit there. So I'm going to pop a ring on. And you can put your stitch markers on there or whatever. So that's the first 2. Now these 2 I've not finished. I've got to just... It needs a press. A good press, and I need to do the top stitching and the closing off. So I'm trying to use up all the bits and bobs that I've got. And this one is the same fabric. I've used Mrs. Tiggy Winkle for the back, because I found a metre piece of that. So it's back in that pocket as well. And the front and the back is Mrs. Tiggy Winkle, and I've got a stripy one in there. I've got a Velcro one. Like I say, I need to stitch these up and get them pressed out. But yeah, so that's another 2. So I'm going to try and see if I can do a couple more next week. But I'm not going to be doing much in the way of crafting for the next couple of weeks for myself. I am probably going to be missing on YouTube for, I don't know, maybe 2 to 3 weeks, because I've got a memory quilt that I need to make, and that'll be going to its new home, I think Tuesday the 11th of March. So I've got a little bit of work to do, so I will be missing for 2 or 3 weeks probably. Don't know, it depends how much I get done, because I need to try and do it all while I'm at work. So I will probably still be doing a little bit of crochet or making in an evening, but it won't be as much as I would do normally, because like I say, I need to concentrate on this quilt. It's got to be done and re-ready. So yeah, so I will miss my filming for a bit, I must admit, but I'm going to try and get it done as as soon as I can really, because it'd be nice to get it done a bit earlier so I can get back to normal. So really, I think that's all I've been doing this week. Yes, I've not done anything else. Oh, wait a minute, I have done a bit of cross stitch, haven't I? Right, just hang on a second. I don't know what I've done with my cross stitch or my advent. I found it. The advent was just sat behind me with the cross stitch. Oh dear. I mean, this takes a while to do, so I just feel I haven't got far this week at all. I'm still working on that room, so I've got the little mouse on the stool on, and I've done the string of lights there. You will see a bit of blue because it's pen marks. I need to get a bit of heat on there to remove the pen marks. But so I've got the tinsel to do basically in there, so I'm going to try and get that done in between doing the quilt. But no, I'm enjoying this, really enjoying it. So it'll be nice when it's done and I can actually frame it and get it up onto the wall. So like I said, it's coming along slowly, but we're getting there. And then the cross stitch, I haven't done a great amount on this, but I have done some. So I think I've got to this flower, so I've done all that the other week, and then this week I've just done 2 flowers and 2 leaves down there. Oh, and I've done the eggs here as well, so that's coming on. So yeah, yes, so that's my bit for this week. As I say, I'm off to the hospital tomorrow, so I'm not going to feel like doing much, probably crafting tomorrow evening or anything when I get back in, I know that. But yeah, memory quilt comes first, and then I'll just see what I can do. And I want to try and do some bits so I can, as soon as it's finished, I can just put a video up on YouTube for everybody to watch. And I will show you the memory quilt. It's not a full-size quilt or anything. It's a bed runner. It's for a dad. Yeah, it was a dad's one, so I want to do a little embroidered patch to go on it, like for dad or something like that. So once it's finished, I will share it with you. You can have a sneaky peek of what I've been doing. So yeah, well, that's me done for now. I am going to go and get ready for going out now, so I'm popping off to Home Bargains. We need 1 or 2 bits. I need to get some soup in for tomorrow because I'm not going to be able to do much chewing for tea, like, so I thought I'd get some soup in, so at least I've got something to have, and for Tuesday as well. So take care everyone. I hope you have a lovely crafty week, and thank you for joining me today, and I will see you all again in a few weeks time. So bye for now everyone.